7 points a game, and he leads, and he's made 13 three-pointers so far this season. So Moscow in red and Union Olympia in white. This is Längdon. And they like to go inside, and already the first foul. Sokolov tried to dunk.
Well, right away, Moscow went inside to Sokolov, trying to get him off. This is a situation where he has not played particularly well. He's only averaged 6 points in ball game and 2 rebounds for the 7-footer. He draws fouls. He's not a very good free throw. We'll see what he does here.
Gaspar Vidmar, number 13, with the foul, and it is good. So I guess he did make the shot. So it is 3-0. Moscow getting off to the quick lead. This is Vidmar.
It is very important, I think, for Olympia to really get a good start here. They have had trouble, in the EuroLeague play. There's Walsh with the ball right there.
Going behind his back to Djordjevic, shooting the 3, and it's long. And here comes Moscow, bringing up the ball. Planic. Talk about this, about Planic and Längdon as a backcourt tandem.
Well, there's no question. They got a lot of experience. Planic is starting, of course, for Holden, who is out for CSKA. Holden has, of course, been a mainstay of the CSKA team for a number of years. In fact, a member of all 7 Final Four appearance teams for Moscow. But Planic is shooting the ball very well. He played for New Jersey Nets. He does a lot of things well. He's big at 6'6". Can see the court, does not have a great deal of quickness.
And there was Edin Babsic going to the basket and scoring Union's first 2 points of the game.
CSKA will be delivered here with a structured type offense.
And another foul. Again, it was Edin Babsic, his first.
Here's Hryapa. We'll take another look. There's a reach in. Hryapa going strong to his right hand. Hryapa really known as a defensive player, a stopper, but certainly has played well offensively this year. Is a very, very good passer. In fact, averages over 4 assists a ball game, which is terrific for a guy his size.
He was a handful 2 weeks ago when we saw him here. Walsh with the rebound for Olympia. He just seemed to be scoring at will on the inside. Walsh going outside where he finds Babsic. Babsic to Djordjevic. Djordjevic winds up going outside. Osbolt, and he stepped on the line. So a turnover for Olympia.
Olympia, their offense is a little stagnant right now. Not a lot going on. They did go inside one time, tried to kick it out, but give CSKA credit on the defensive end. They're playing nice man-to-man defense.
And that's Union's game, is to go inside. Oh, but they get beaten inside. Here, Planic all alone.
Yeah, really a breakdown that time by Djordjevic. Planic, using his size, does like to go inside. Again, at 6'6", he's a big guard. But Olympia here trying to run a little bit of a passing game. High pick and roll.
Here comes Walsh attacking the middle, and he's fouled.
Walsh does a nice job of really splitting the defense that time off the pick and roll, going hard to the hoop, trying to absorb the contact, gets the foul. He gets the line a lot.
Dmitry Sokolov commits the foul. Walsh hits the first.
An outstanding free throw shooter. It's 86% on the year in EuroLeague play. Really a player with very, very good offensive skills.
2 for 2 from the line. Planic bringing the ball up.
Nice pressure on the guards right now by Union.
Planic again looking for a screen. Now comes to the middle.
He's got a mismatch.
Attacks the basket. Turnaround. Jumper. Oh, nice roll.
Planic did a nice job that time of recognizing the mismatch. Had the big man. Went to the basket, into the paint area with a turnaround jumper.
4 points for Planic so far. CSKA ahead 7-4. Walsh stops and pops and hits. He has a nice jumper from 20.
He really does. And you notice that time he put the ball on the floor, created his own shot there, and stopped and then pulled up for the jumper. That's sort of a lost art in the game today. Most players are really just jump shooters coming off screens like Längdon does that time.
Yeah, he did it well. You can't argue against that.
Well, Lang is one of the best at going without the basketball. He sets this man up. He comes off picks. He really does a good job and is a great, great shooter.
Oswald with a nice move inside.
He's another player that likes up-tempo. He gets the start today. A lot of times he comes off the bench. He's like instant offense, but he can really shoot the basketball.
Sokolov on the inside, loses a dribble, and it still belongs to CSKA.
And if you watch Sokolov that time, he got the ball, and he was looking to go one-on-one, but really was a little hesitant to make that real quick move. When you get the ball in a situation where you can go one-on-one, it is best just to make a quick move. If you have it, good. If you don't, then you pass it out.
Oh, Sokolov is blocked. Now outside, and the shot is good. Ramonas Šишkauskas, he's doing that shot. He's going to nail it all the time if he's open.
Well, yes, you're absolutely right. He's a complete player. There we see a little bit of the replay there with Sokolov losing the ball underneath, but they did go inside. And CSKA right here early on is going inside and then maybe trying to kick the ball out for that jumper.
And that one is good. And that's Sasa Oswald again.
Well, again, he's a quick shooter, as we saw there. The quick release coming off the pick, the catch and shoot. No hesitation whatsoever. Shoots with a lot of confidence.
Planinik to the perimeter. And a foul against Šишkauskas trying to go to the basket here.
Šишkauskas doing a nice job of taking the ball and driving to his right as a defensive player comes up to take away that outside jumper.
And well, he sort of sets it up by nailing the three last time, so now they get close to him, and sure enough, now he drives by.
Yeah, well, again, he's a complete player. Here we see coming off a pick on the out-of-bounds plays, a breakdown that time on the defensive end by Union. But Šишkauskas, he offensively, he's been all Euro a couple times. He's MVP of the Final Four, so he's a complete player.
Walsh, pretty pass inside, and a foul. As he gave the ball, he fed Gasper Vidmar nicely, and Šишkauskas commits the foul.
Šишkauskas a little late coming over from the weak side to help out. Union running a nice pick and roll that time and a good pass into to Vidmar.
Well, timeout on the floor. A close one so far. Planinic's doing his thing inside, and Moscow has a lead. CSKA Moscow, the home team, ahead 14-11, 4:57 remaining here in the first quarter. Remember, 10-minute quarters in Euroleague as opposed to 12 in the NBA. That's not the only difference, is it, Gail? The fact that the rhythms in the game, the way the game is played, is just so different. It just has a totally different feel to it.
But you're absolutely right, Roberto. Here in Euroleague basketball, it seems to be, to me anyway, more structured. The players are more fundamental. In the NBA, there's a lot more fast break opportunities. Everything is pick and roll. But here, there's a little bit more passing. And again, the structure of the offense, they do come up high for the pick and roll. But by and large, you'll see, I think here we come, you see a player, Šишkauskas, coming off the screen, and then there's Längdon coming off the screen from the weak side. You see more of that in EuroLeague than you do in the NBA.
Ball outside, nice ball movement. Šишkauskas alone for the three.
Absolutely great ball movement at that time, going from the strong side to the weak side, out to Längdon, nice quick pass to Šишkauskas, and the defense just cannot react fast enough. He gets a nice wide open jump shot. And the players here, they all can shoot the basketball.
Sani Besirovic in the game.
That was pretty interesting by Sokolov. He just grabbed his jersey as he went by. Pretty easy call for the official.
Yeah.
But Sokolov, he's the next big hope for Russia to in terms of size. He's a big guy. He's got some experience with the Russian national team. He shoots a high percentage. He draws some fouls, but defensively, he really has some trouble. He moves he doesn't have the good lateral quickness. And that time, Vidmar, he just went right around him.
A lot of changes for Union Olympia right now. Vladimir Golubovic is in the game, as is Sani Besirovic, who passes there. Golubovic And he traveled. He went up and down twice with the ball. And it doesn't matter if you're in Europe or the States, that's not legal.
Well, it is not legal, but I thought there might have been a jump ball there. It was a great block by Šишkauskas coming from the weak side. And we see Baserovic, number 7 on the defensive end, now guarding Planić. He comes off the pitch. A great offensive shooter and scorer. Planić going right inside with the size advantage and turnaround jump shot. Little one-on-one action that time by Planić.
Slokar with a rebound, and here comes Walsh. Fires from downtown, no good.
And that shot was contested. Now there's an interesting automatic foul here. Anytime in Europe the offensive team tries to get out and run in transition, you'll see in Europe that they foul you. And then you now have to take the ball out of bounds and you have to set up you get a chance to set up your defense. That doesn't happen in the NBA. There's more of a free-flowing offense and transition.
Langdon with the ball on the perimeter. Now backs up and shoots the 3, and it's good.
Boy, you really got to close out that time on him because he can shoot the basketball. Here he drives hard. He's got the big man. He steps back, the quick release, good balance, great follow-through. That's what Langdon does best. That's his ball game.
Too much quickness there. It just seems that
well, it was great recognition.
Right, Golovich couldn't simply keep up, and here comes a turnover and Planić. And they lost the ball.
Very careless, had a 3-on-1 situation. CSKA was very, very lucky that time.
And a foul, and it is a defensive foul.
And Šишkauskas is not sure about that call, doesn't like it. He says, where am I supposed to go? And I sort of agreed to him. Here he's moving. Let's take another look at it.
He moved his right foot right at that point, and maybe if he had kept it planted on the ground, they would have given him the foul.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. He was moving a little bit. He tried to get in front of him, and he almost was there, just a little bit late. Baserovic running the point.
Yeah, and he's got Oswald to the left side. Now they're moving around and find Walsh. Walsh hotly contested. Gets the ball inside, low post, and the shot is no good by Golubovic.
CSKA's doing a nice job of really jumping out on Walsh and really doing a good job defensively because he is a big part of the offense. And like I said, the average is almost 26 points a ball game. He's a big part of the offense, and CSKA is really gearing their defense to him.
Planić with a shot.
That's a shot that I would not like to see Planić take too many. I know he's shooting the threes better this year, but he's not a great outside shooter. And that shot you could get, if I was the coach, you'd get that 15 seconds later.
Golubovic committing the foul, and we'll be back with more from Moscow, where CSKA leads by 8.
Well, CSKA did a nice job, I thought, the last 5, 6, 7 minutes there, really picking up their defense, and they ended up with a big quarter. They shot the ball very well, 70% for 2 points, for 2-pointers, 66% on threes, and they really picked up their defense. And Union has caused Union a lot of problems. And Union only shot 25% there from 2-point range, and that's not going to get it done. Šишkauskas had 8 in the quarter, Langdon 7. Walsh had 6, 4 of them though were free throws. And as I watch CSKA right here now, they just seem to, obviously they miss Holden because they miss that explosive quickness, and without him, they really don't have it. You got Ponkrašov in there, a big guard at 6'7", sort of a swing man. He's playing the point sometimes, and Planić at 6'6". They're big, but they don't have that explosive quickness that you'd like to see, or that CSKA has had in the past. And I realize, of course, that they are missing Smotas at the forward position, and then again Holden today.
Kasidovic missing a long 3 on the other side, and here comes Hrypa, and now to Ponkrašov. Ponkrašov inside, blocked. Nice defensive play by Juris Slokar. There's still 8 seconds on the clock to shoot.
Yeah, Slokar does a nice job here, coming from the weak side to help out, and just really puts that, let's just get it out of here.
Ponkrašov again, stops and pops. It's short, and he gets his own rebound, and a new 24. Going outside for Hrypa. And a foul, as Vorontzevich was driving the lane. Djordjevic commits the foul. Dusan Djordjevic, one of the veterans of this team. This is a very young team. There's nobody over 30.
No, it's a very young team, and certainly they're building for the future, Olympia. But they are in effect sort of stepping up in competition in this EuroLeague. I know they were in the league last year at 2-8, but they have gone with really a lot of young players and really building for the future and looking for the future, I think.
After the turnover inside, Djordjevic with the ball. Finds Bisirovic. Bisirovic, nice pass inside, and the foul as he fled Slokar, who went to the basket.
Well, that's the second time now that Bisirovic and Slokar have really hooked up for a little screen and roll. And I think Bisirovic did a nice job of getting into the paint area, bringing the defender there, and Slokar moving to the basket. Good pass, good teamwork. Slokar gets fouled, goes to the line.
Hrypa goes to the bench after committing the foul, and Ramona Šишkauskas returns. At the line, Slokar. And misses. Made the first, missed the second, and cut the deficit to 14.
CSKA right now is in command. They're being very patient, trying to run something here.
Oh, another three. And what can't he do, Trajan Längdon?
Well, he's really having an outstanding ball game, shooting the ball very, very well. And obviously, he's shooting the ball with confidence. He's going to take some more shots. So he's off to a great start.
And defensively commits a foul there. He's got 10 points so far.
You know, he's also a very good defender, and we see that he's now guarding Matt Walsh. CSKA putting different men on Walsh, but Längdon is a good defender and he's very capable of guarding Walsh.
Bisirovic gets the ball back off the screen. Nice pass inside. And then just too many defenders around Slokar.
Slokar wanting the foul that time. A lot of hands in there, but really good defensive team defense by CSKA, weak side.
And Slokar committing the foul, trying to set a screen, and he just took Längdon out.
Yeah, he really did. Once you set that screen, once you establish position, you got to hold still. And obviously, Slokar did not that time. And Längdon, I thought, did a nice job of selling.
Yes, he did. It's amazing how human beings that weigh over 200 pounds can fall like leaves.
You wouldn't think that...
wouldn't think it's possible, but...
Yeah, I mean, Längdon, 6'4", I'm guessing somewhere around maybe 210, something like that, and
a solid 210 too.
Yeah, exactly. And he's getting knocked to the floor. I know Slokar is big, but come on,
not that big. Planinis back in the game.
CSKA really stagnant here on the offense this time.
Oh, driving the lane, Šишkauskas. But no good.
Yeah, a little nice one-on-one drive that time, but CSKA looked like they didn't know really what they were doing on the offensive end.
And Walsh on the other end gets rid of Planinis with a nice fake and then hits a three.
Yeah, and that's one of the first few times I've seen Olympia really in transition, getting down and getting a good high percentage shot before CSKA can set their defense. Walsh did a nice job.
Längdon. And he loses it, but no, the ball is taken away by Vidmar, who got a hand in there.
Well, Olympia is switching everything on that screen and roll as opposed to having the defender try to fight through. And Längdon, once he does that, Längdon is really taking that big man and recognizes that his quickness on the outside.
Zora, let's see, Ivan Radenovic is in the game. On the other side, nice drive by Bisirovic for the basket.
Yeah, really all started at the defensive end. Really up on Längdon and overplaying the pass and stepping in the passing lane, deflecting that ball, and then going the length of the court for the layup.
Šишkauskas tries to get the screen from Radenovic. And then here comes Union, 2-on-1. Oh, a foul, but he prevents the basket. Trajan Langdon.
And I think he might have got away with a little bit of walk that time, on that pass. Nice pass, good to run the court, but I thought that he might have walked.
Well, they didn't give it to him. They did give the foul to Trajan Langdon. We'll be back with more from Moscow. Welcome back to Moscow. This is week 4, Group C. 5:47 left to go here in the first half, and Moscow, the CSKA Moscow, with a comfortable lead so far. Roberto Abramowitz and Hall of Famer Gail Goodrich with you.
Well, both teams, I think, here early on in the second quarter are having difficulty putting the ball in the basket. They've both gone a little bit cold. CSKA right now, the defense continues, and of course that's been a trademark for CSKA for a long, long time. Coach Messina, of course, now is coaching Real Madrid, and he's moved on. But his philosophy has really continued, and that's what they pride themselves in, is a great defensive team.
Radenovic couldn't get through, decided to bring the ball back outside, 8 to shoot. Langdon on the wing, shoots long from 3. Ball is loose, picked up by Planinik. Ball still loose. And while we get our technical issues sorted out, let us remind you that the Lakers play the Denver Nuggets. That's a pretty good game in the NBA. This Friday, check local listings. That should be a pretty good game. Both teams playing very well.
Yeah, both teams are off to a great start in the NBA. And, of course, I'm a little prejudiced. I like that Laker ball club.
You do you? Well, Denver you didn't play for. Let's say you played for the Lakers. You played for the Phoenix Suns and New Orleans. New Orleans Jazz.
That's right. That's right. But most of the time with the Lakers. 9 years.
Most of the time.
9 of my 14 years with the Lakers. And, of course, I have fond memories there. I grew up in Los Angeles, went to college there at UCLA, and then was fortunate enough to stay really there most of my career playing Los Angeles.
If there's a Hall of Fame wherever Gail Goodrich has been, he's in it.
Well, I've had a lot of success, but I've had a lot of great coaches and a lot of great players, my teammates that have really helped me out.
Well, for sure. Nice passing of the ball there. Ivan Radenovic putting the ball in the basket, and CSKA leading up by 12 now. And now a drive by Besirovic, and he's fouled.
Well, Besirovic is really an offensive player. I think he's playing the point guard position right now here, handling the ball a little bit more. Of course, I remember him a couple of years ago, of course, on that great Panathinaikos championship team. And he really was an off guard, and I thought really complimented Diamantidis very, very well, and really was the off guard or shooting guard. Here he's got a little bit of different position. Doesn't have that great quickness, but he's very, very smart. And when he recognizes a situation, he's going to take it right to the basket.
Now, Šишkauskas committed his 3rd foul. He has to go to the bench. And he's replaced by Anton Ponkrashov. Langdon. And he's fouled. And it looks like it's Gaspar Vidmar who made contact.
And we see the versatility of Langdon. Obviously, he's hit a couple of outside jump shots. That time the defense comes out on him, and he goes to the left that time to the baseline. And now we'll go to the foul line where he's a terrific free throw shooter. But I think we're seeing the versatility of Langdon here, and he is the complete offensive package. He has been all Euro for... let me see, 2 or 3 years. He's Final Four MVP. He's got was Final Four MVP a couple of years ago. He's just a good offensive player.
One has to wonder what the expectations are for this team, because they are definitely in a cost-cutting move with all the players that they let go, and Coach Messina, who went to Real Madrid as well, but they still have a lot of talent. But this is a team that is perennially in the Final Four. Are those expectations still valid now?
Well, I think from CSKA's standpoint, they are. I mean, they still have Smotis, they have Langdon, they have Šишkauskas, they have Holden, of course, who's not playing tonight. So they've got a core, and right now CSKA's in a 1-2-2 zone.
Walsh almost gets through, but he's fouled by Radenovic.
But one area I think that they really are having some difficulties. They're not getting good, consistent. There's a reach in. Actually,
that was no foul.
Actually, no foul. You're right. It was on the ball when off Walsh's knee. We have the benefit, of course, from replay.
Absolutely.
But I think that CSKA really, as a team, you look at it, you say, okay, they've got to get some contribution, and they have to really get some help in the center position. Sokolov has just not, I don't think, come around as quickly as they had hoped to. Khan the same. And so they, and you'll see a lot of times that they are really playing with what they call a small unit, really playing without a center. And I think that's the way they're going to have to play a lot this year is try to go small and play without center. And in fact, they're sort of doing that right now. Radenovic is in the 55 at this sort of playing the center position, but he's really a true forward.
Shot is long, and Walsh brings the ball up. Längdon misfiring. Walsh now trying to do it on his own, spreads it to the wing. And here comes CSKA. And the dunk.
Well, a lot of times,
Hryapa.
I'm sorry. A lot of times you see Hryapa there with the dunk, a 3-on-1 fast break, but it was really generated by the good hands on the defensive end that time by CSKA.
That is only the second fast break of the game, if I'm correct. One by each side, and the first one that's converted. Ball. Oh, nice drive and hits by Sasso Osbolt. 39-27. A little over 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Hryapa.
CSKA just does not look real sharp, I think, offensively. They are, there's a lot of quickness out here. They really seem to be, and that's a very difficult shot with the time running down.
There seemed to be a little confusion between Längdon and Planić. Planić was slow getting up from falling down, and Längdon got caught with the ball in the air. And now a foul. Pushing foul.
Bobacek does a nice job of flashing into the paint area from the weak side. Good pass inside that time, and he's going to go to the foul line, but he did a nice job of really coming from the weak side, flashing into the post area, getting position, and then gets fouled.
And the foul was by Ivan Radenovic.
But, getting back to CSKA, we had him 2 weeks ago against Roma, and Roma, of course, came away with the win. And CSKA really does not lose at home. That surprised me. But also, you're looking at this team and you say, they just don't look sharp. Again, I know they're missing a couple of players, but this is a different team than we saw last year that can go to the Final Four.
Planić bringing the ball up, being met high by Djordjevic. All alone and shooting the three, no good, by Ponkrašov. But they get another offensive rebound, and here they go again.
CSKA now being very, very deliberate, come out with a high pick and roll.
Here comes Planić, pass inside, and a foul, and it is an offensive foul.
Planić just trying to do a little bit too much that time. Got into the paint area, should have pulled up. Ponkrašov did a nice job of working the baseline without the basketball. Planić just tried to do a little bit too much and pick up the offensive foul.
And he goes out and takes a rest. His team up by 11. They've led by as many as 15. Osbolt tries to feed it inside, does, to Vidmar, and Vidmar puts it in.
Vidmar does a nice job that time with a quick acceleration and quick movement with the ball, the one dribble, and then goes up very, very strong, absorbs the contact by the defensive player, doesn't get the call, but gets the 2 points.
First basket by him. Meanwhile, Sokolov fighting hard inside, and there is a foul. And it's Bobsic.
Bobsic committing a foul on Hryapa, who goes hard up to his right hand along the baseline. Just a little bit too aggressive.
And misses the first. Meanwhile, Olympia has cut it down to 9.
except for that spurt there late in the first quarter, this game is pretty much even. But CSKA, of course, had a big first quarter. They were up 30-15 and have really been in command of this ball game. But Olympia, they're not going away.
Walsh, and they read the pass well. Here comes the counter with Hryapa, and they missed the dunk.
Wow. I'll tell you, Olympia was very fortunate that time. You got to convert on that time.
Walsh, and it's good. He hits the three after Alexei Shved missed on the other end.
And we're now down to 7. So Olympia is right in this ball game. They're just a little bit away from really tying this ball game up.
Ponkrashov.
They got to stop. Got to make some stops on the defensive end.
Oh, nice sharing of the ball, and Sokolov finishes it off.
Great interior passing that time. There's a pass to the big man. He turns, and here comes Sokolov from the weak side, flashing. Olympia just a little bit late.
Foul inside. Langdon says, what? But Vidmar is going to be going to the line.
Yeah, and I'd like the call. I got to disagree with Langdon on this because he was in that little circle underneath, and Vidmar did a nice job. He does a screen and roll, runs out very, very well, rolls to the basket, gets a nice little bounce pass, and then again throws up hard. And Langdon was there, but I think that Vidmar had the opening and went strong to the basket.
So Langdon now with 3. Remember, with 5 and you're out in Europe, as opposed to 6 in the NBA. Whoa! Air ball.
Oh my!
Oh boy! No place to hide now.
No, the teammates are going to be all on him, all over him on that one.
Reporting in, Nikita Alexandrov.
Yeah, Alexandrov is a player that has really been hurt. He's a guy that's only 22 years old, was one of the great junior players, and at 17 was 5 years ago was really considered a future high NBA draft. His obvious rankings have gone down since then, but he was out all last year with a knee injury. He's had other multiple injuries and has not really played very much, but this is a kid that was very, very talented as a young player.
3-second violation.
Langdon wanting the foul.
And as you heard the referee, all the calls are in English. 3 seconds.
And there's a foul off the ball that time. Number 20, Voronцевич to the line. Player, he had the flu a couple weeks ago as well. He's back now. Young, developing player. And CSKA's looking for big contributions as the season goes along from this player as well.
Brings the lead back up to 11. There's only 5 seconds to go. Time for the last shot. And that's the best that Olympia could come up with. Besirovic, Ponkrashov almost puts it away from the other end. Anyway, that is the end of the first half in Moscow. CSKA goes to the dressing room with an 11-point lead. He's Gail Goodrich. I'm Roberto Abramowitz. Welcome to the second half here in Moscow. 44-33. The home team ahead. And this is Olympia with the ball. Sami Besirovic, who starts the second half. Very miss.
Yeah, very important for Union to get off to a good start here. They're down 11. They're still within striking distance. There's a lot of, obviously, a complete half to play. And so they got to get it off to a good start and get a little bit of confidence and see if they can get back in this ballgame.
Sokolov, and he leaves it short. Sokolov been having his problems inside.
Well, he did a nice job of really positioning himself coming from the weak side and just did not convert and finish up and make the shot.
And he commits a foul over there over Yuro Sokolov.
And obviously that is number 3 for Sokolov. And you know, that's one of the problems or areas that he's having some difficulty. And now he's got 3 fouls here early in the second half. He's going to have to go and sit down, and he's just not getting any kind of rhythm in there at that center position.
And one looks at the CSKA team, and you can't compare them to the previous teams, but so far it just totally looks out of sync. They're leading because they have superior talent, but this is not a team in essence right now.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. They are more individualistic, it looks like. This year they're trying to do more individual plays. They just are not sharp in their execution of the offense. I think that with Coach Pashuta, who was an assistant here under Messina, and of course was a former captain of this team and played here a long time, but he's trying to use the same kind of philosophy, but the execution is just not there. The quickness is not there like it has been in the past.
Andrei Voroncevic came into the game to replace Sokolov. This is Hryapa. It says off him. No, off him.
Yeah, but I think when we look at a replay, if we get an opportunity, we're going to see it went right off his knee. We're going to reach in, and it goes right off his knee or leg, and he tries to sell it. But the officials, I think, made a nice call.
It looked good from here, from the officials. Nice sharing of the ball, and the shot, and it's good from 3. Sasso Oswald.
Great sharing of the basketball. You know, a drive to the middle or from the baseline to kick the ball out, and then quickly moving the ball to Oswald, who had the nice wide open jump shot, and he can, as we know, drill it.
Woroncevic misses, and the rebound by Basinovic, and he brings the ball up. Met by Planic. Goes into the ball, and a foul. Pushing off, and it was pretty clear by Sasha Khan.
Khan just, you know, again, he just doesn't move his feet quick enough here, and really tries to rely on his size and strength, and is just too aggressive there guarding the post position.
And he takes a seat quickly. And now Voroncev leaves. Rather Voroncevic. And Sokolov is back in the game.
Yeah, he's back in. He has 3 fouls. He has to be careful. Good hand.
Lэngdon has 3 as well. Planic with the steal.
Yeah, good hands that time.
And he finds Lэngdon on the wing. Shares it. Inside Sokolov. Goes back outside to Lэngdon. Lэngdon drives and kicks. The shot no good by Planic. Ball belongs to the Russians.
And that's a perfect example of what Sokolov did, that, you know, as a coach, you'd like to see him. He had great inside position about 3 feet from the basket. He's 7 feet tall. He had the ball, and he kicked the ball out rather than just going right up maybe with a little baby hook or something like that close to the basket.
Hryapa with a bad pass, and a foul on the other end. Nice drive by Basinovic.
Well, he does a great job. He's out in transition. He gets the ball. He's on the break now. It goes right to the basket, and it goes right at Sokolov. They're drawing the foul, uses his strength to throw it up on the glass, and gets the 2.
Well, Sokolov has 4. Not good news for CSKA. We'll be back. CSKA Moscow enjoying a 6-point lead now. They used to enjoy a 15-point lead. I think they enjoyed that a lot more. Yeah, and Olympia looking to cut that into that.
Yeah, absolutely. Union here is making a little run, a little baby run at CSKA.
And they have cut it to 5. So Ponkrashov.
He's now running the point, and he's another big guard, about 6'7".
Lэngdon being defended by Oswald. Tries to get inside, now passing out. And there's a travel.
See, now there's a perfect example. That's just too individualistic. I mean, you know, Lэngdon's a great player. I like him a lot, but he just got, you know, he went in. There's 3 men right there and nowhere to go. So you got to pull up and then move the basketball, hit the open man, and you got to recognize that.
Well, you played the point and shooting guard, didn't you?
Yeah, in my day, you were a guard. That was it. You were both. You did both. So. Yeah, now that was a nice
Lэngdon on the fast break converting.
Yeah, a little nice 2-on-1 that time. Good recognition by Šишkauskis. Gave him the ball at the right time with the right angle, and there's an easy layup. Of course, that was really created by the good hands and the defensive work by Lэngdon and Šишkauskis.
Nikita Kermanoff in the game now. And he actually gets a rebound. He finds Ponkrašov on the left side. Wants the ball back. Ponkrašov decides to call out the play. 7-point lead for CSKA, as Union had cut it down to 5.
Good step out that time.
4 to shoot.
Play center. Vidmar.
They're in trouble. Ponkrašov just fires it up.
Terrible shot and a terrible offense sequence by CSKA that time.
And then here comes the Union. Matt Walsh on the wing. Now he decides to try to attack the basket and is stolen away. Nice play by Šишkauskas. Ponkrašov finishes.
And that is not a picture-fast break, but they get the ball. Ponkrašov gets the basket. But credit Šишkauskas on the defensive end for the great hands and the deflection that time.
Oh, that looked close to the travel. And now a foul. And Ponkrašov is the one who commits it.
Ponkrašov, young player, 23, 6'8", trying to play the point. In the past, the scouting report had said have really questioned his defensive quickness, the ability to guard a smaller guard. He really, I think, is best at the shooting guard or off guard position, but they've got Trajan Langdon there, so he is trying to learn to play the point guard.
Oh, nice play inside, and Slokar gets the easy basket. Ponkrašov. Besidovic, rather, that was Šишkauskas trying to also bounce a pass.
Šишkauskas coming off a little curl from the screen underneath. Good deflection that time by Olympia.
And Olympia really working hard on defense. This is Langdon.
Yeah, they have picked up their defense. They're all stepping out, and a good pass that time.
Good pass, but Sokolov couldn't hold the ball.
Olympia doing a nice job at the defensive end. They really picked up their defense. They're looking to help one another. They're all stepping out on the screens.
And another deflection.
And the turnovers are really starting to hurt Olympia.
And an easy basket for Šишkauskas. And we have a timeout. All of a sudden, defensive intensity on both ends improves, and CSKA increases their lead to 9. Welcome back. 5:03 to go here in the third. And in a turnover festival here in the third, CSKA leading by 50 to 41.
Yeah, Roberto, you're absolutely right. I mean, both teams are starting to turn the ball over right now, and as a result, we're seeing some sloppy basketball right now. And that was a pass there, went off the hands of number 31, and that's Osmo. Really probably looking to shoot the ball before he really had control of it.
That wasn't a bad pass. That hit him in the hands, and it just went out of bounds.
Yeah, it took his eye off it.
And Olympia just can't give up the ball with that much ease.
No, they're within striking distance here, and you cannot have turnovers. You got to pick up the defense. They're doing that at the defensive end right now, so I like that. But on the offensive end, they've got to just be able to execute a little bit more, make a couple of shots, and they're right back in this ballgame.
Attacking the basket, Karbanoff, and misses.
Again, that was a pretty good defense that time. Not a good high percentage shot. Karbanoff a little bit off balance, going to his left.
Oswald coming outside and now going back in, attacking the basket. That's Sani Basirovic.
Terrific drive using his right hand, coming off a little bit of a screen that time. No help whatsoever. And he just washes right in, makes a layup, and they're within 7.
Ponkrašov, double team, tries to get the ball away, does. Karbanoff switches it right side. Oh, in and out, and a foul on Ramona Šишkauskas.
You should never foul a three-point shooter. Now Šишkauskas, an excellent free throw shooter, is going to go to the line and have an opportunity to shoot 3 shots. They're within 7. They play very good defense. They force CSKA to really go to the weak side. They did that. They made a nice pass to get it to Šишkauskas, but they were really, the clock's running down. They play good defense, and then you bail them out with a 3 foul on the 3-pointer. Got to be a little smart in this game.
They're trying to cut the deficit, and then they do that. So 2 for 2 for Šишkauskas.
Makes this, then they're back up 10 again.
And he does. 3:50 to go here in the third. Djordjevic. And you can see that Moscow definitely has picked up the defensive intensity as well.
Going inside.
Trying to drive, and a foul. And this time it's Viktor Hryapa.
Well, Olympia, you can see, is trying to go inside to the bigs to take advantage of the fact that there really is no bigs on the defensive end for CSKA. Kermanoff is playing the center position at 6'8", and he's really a forward. So CSKA, because of the foul trouble on Sokolov, and really, I think the lack of confidence in Khan at this point. They're going small. They're big at the guard position, but their bigs are small. So Olympia trying to go inside. Too slow.
Ponkrašov, and bailed out by the foul, Djordjevic.
CSKA that time did a nice play. They run Ponkrašov from the weak side, flashing, gets good position against the smaller Djordjevic, and then he takes his time and dribbles. He's got to turn that ball and go right up real quick, right there. Now go move.
Djordjevic on him again, and this time they spread it out, and from the wing, Trajan Lэngdon for the 3.
Good inside-outside game that time. Good ball movement on the outside. And Lэngdon, of course, who is a deadly shooter, makes it easy.
56-44.
Good help that time by Lэngdon, defensive end.
Kasidovic had the ball, now on the wing. Left side shot, and it's good by Edin Babsic.
Babsic stepping outside, the big man.
He's got 6. Lэngdon. On him is Oswald. And we have a foul.
Oswald. Just a little aggressive that time. Hits him with the body, moving his feet. Good call by the official.
So that's 3 on him, 2 more, and he's gone.
He doesn't know. He says, what I do. Got to get
chest bumped.
Yeah, you got to get completely in front. Lëngdon did a nice job of recognition. The defensive man coming up to him, on top of him. Uses his quickness. Gives the dribble with the left hand. Drive to the hoop. Gets the foul.
19 points for Lëngdon. Perfect from the line. 4 for 4. And the lead is now 11. 2:30 to go here in the third. Oswald. Now looking for help.
Clear.
No, they're clearing him out.
Clear it out. Let him go one-on-one. Trying to.
Winds up with a long 3, and he hits it.
Boy, that's a good defense that time. Not a lot of movement by Olympia, but he did drill it. Great shot. And that's what he can do.
And gets it back to 8. Lëngdon decides to drive, kicks it outside. Hryapa.
Little one-on-one situation.
Oh, finds the lane and hits.
The defense, once he reached, he recognized the defense, and then he just went right to the basket.
There was nobody there.
No one there, no help from the weak side. Cannot reach.
Shot and good by Babsic. Sorry, that was Slokar. 60-52 for CSKA. Lëngdon comes around and ball inside, and they were looking for Slokar, and they could rather for Šишkauskas, and they couldn't find him. Bad pass by Hryapa.
Another turnover. And one thing about Hryapa, he is a great passer, averaging about 5 assists a game for at the forward position is terrific, but he's also turned the ball over about 5 times a game.
Which is a lot.
Yeah, which is a lot. So you like to see him try to make the passes, but obviously you got to take care of the basketball a little bit more, because you can't have a forward turning the ball over 5 times a game.
You love to see balance in a player, but not when it comes to assist versus turnover ratio, that it be the same.
Right.
Oh, nice touch pass and the basket.
Kermanoff does a terrific job of just tipping the ball right to Ponkrašov. He, of course, thanks Kurbanov on that little touch pass.
Nicely done. Ponkrašov with the basket. Kacirovic. And Matt Walsh is fouled.
Hrapa just not moving his feet, reaching that time. Hrapa, who I think is a good defensive player, this time he just gets a little bit, maybe he's a little tired, a little lazy, just reaches around.
And Walsh is pretty fast. I mean, for this league.
Yeah, no, he does have some quickness, and obviously, you know, he got to come up on him because he can shoot the basketball, but you got to stay in front of your man. If you're not going to stay in front of your man, the man, he's going to beat you, and you're going to pay for it, and that's exactly what happened. He did not stay in front, and he just reached with his arm, and Walsh was going right by him.
He's only missed one shot, Walsh, all day, and that was a 3.
Well, he's got a picture shot. We see him here. He's in great balance here when he shoots the basketball. You look at the rotation, the spin on the ball. It comes off his fingertips, but look at the balance. I mean, he is just real set, and then the nice release and the follow-through.
Gets both. Perfect from the line so far.
Zidoshin.
8 seconds to go. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here at the end of the third. Pass inside and a foul.
Dimovic, the coach, we just saw a shot at him. Of course, trying to inspire his players. Down 8. Trying to motivate him and get him to push here a little bit harder as we come to the conclusion of the third quarter.
Jaka Klobuchar, who just checked in, also commits a foul. And now the 24-second clock is off. Pass inside and nailed by Nikita Kermanoff.
Great offensive execution that time by CSKA. Kermanoff, who sets the pick, then turns, has the defensive player on his hip, and the great pass and the dunk.
Moscow tried to put this one away. We'll be back with a fourth, up by 10. We begin the fourth quarter. The last 10 minutes in this Group C match. Well, CSKA Moscow up by 10.
Yeah, Olympia closed it within 5. Just ran off 5 quick points there at the end of the third quarter. You look at the third quarter, CSKA is really dominating the boards, 24-13. They also have 17 assists to only 9 by Olympia. Šишkauskis with 13, Lang with 14. Hrapa, 7 assists and 4 rebounds. And CSKA is pretty much in control at this point.
And on the other side, Matt Walsh just missed one shot, and he has 16 already. The leading scorer of EuroLeague. Längdon with the ball. He passes it out. Šишkauskas for the 3 and hits it.
And we know he can do that. He's done it now for a number of years. And he look at his career. He was on the championship team with Panathinaikos. Then comes to CSKA. He's been on a couple of championship teams here. Guy is a winner, a complete player.
3 for 3 from 3. Meanwhile, the good response by Edin Bacic for 3. And for Šишkauskas, by the way, that is now 8 consecutive EuroLeague games in which he has double figures.
Yeah, I mean, he's consistent. He really can play this game. He's smart. He's got skills. And on the other end, you look at Olympia, what really is starting to stand out is this Babchik, number 9. He really could shoot the basketball. We see him now step outside and hit now, I think, 3 mid-range jumpers, 1 long one. I mean, he can shoot the basketball.
And Šишkauskas missed his first 3.
Yeah.
On the other end, 10-point difference still.
Looking to go inside.
And just can't pass through the lane like that. And sure enough, it was intercepted.
CSKA, once the ball goes into the post position, CSKA does a nice job of everybody really sagging in and protecting the paint area and looking to help in which that time they were able to step in and deflect the pass.
Well, the scouting report basically said that Olympia is a team that likes to dominate inside, and so far they haven't been able to do it. Lэngdon, foul on his way to the basket.
Well, you're absolutely right. They do like to go inside. Here's Lэngdon. There's a little foul there. Now he goes. There's the reach in from behind. Again, they have not done a good job, I think, Olympia, of staying in front of the dribble. With a lot of them, you look here, they reach as opposed to moving their feet, and they're getting called for those fouls.
Basitovic committing his first.
But you're absolutely right. Olympia has tried to go inside. And outside of Walsh shooting from the outside, where he now has 16 points, as you said, they have not been successful tonight.
Djordjevic, one more and he's gone. Commits his fourth. And they're going to be in a penalty situation soon if they keep this up. The ball for Hrypa. Oh! And an easy two for Nikita Kermanoff.
Kurbanov again setting that pick along the baseline and then stepping and pivoting and keeping the defensive player on his hip. And a great look inside that time. And the pass, and then he just dunks it. That's the second time they've run that play.
Yeah, and he's done it well. Foul inside as they try to get the ball into Basitovic.
One thing that Olympia might want to try to do is try to put a little bit more pressure on the passer. And Hrypa is the passer. I know he's a 6'8", he can really see over the defender, but you got to try to make him turn and pivot away from the basket so that he just doesn't stand there and just pick out the defense apart.
Well, they may be attacking Hrypa in the paint because he one more and he's gone. And they attack the paint. Basitovic misses. And Hrypa with the ball, and now is being brought up by Ponkrašov, rather.
Basitovic does a nice job of driving and getting into the lane, and then shoots the ball with his left hand and really sort of loses control with that left hand, and of course then really takes, in a sense, a shot that he really is off balance. He got in there with the paint, did a nice job, but then really took a very difficult shot with the left hand.
Now, Hrypa had telegraphed his pass to Lэngdon, and Basitovic almost came up with a steal. This is Ponkrašov. Now attacks, the foul, and the basket. Basitovic commits a second.
He's the foul, but it goes right around the big man, the defense. Basitovic sort of gets in between, really not in good position that time. Tried to step in front, get the offensive foul, did not do a good job, but Ponkrašov just went right around the defender in a drive to the basket.
And Ponkrašov misses a shot. Basitovic stops and pops from three, way long, and easy rebound for Šишkauskas. Šишkauskas has Sloka on him. Steps back, finds Ponkrašov. Now Ponkrašov looks to drive, stops, pops. No good.
Nice crossover that time by Ponkrašov, but CSKA, I don't like offensively what they're really doing. They're just, everybody gets the ball and then trying to go one-on-one situation. Too much individualistic play and not enough team basketball right now by CSKA.
Matt Walsh was able to control his body there at the very end. Well, and make it look easy.
Yeah, he could shoot the basketball. If you didn't know it before, you know it now.
He just doesn't miss. It's just rare to see him miss. You're sort of like, what?
And there's a turnover by Hrypa, really out of control, loses the ball, turns it over.
Basitovic. No good. Rebound. As it came out, Oswald was totally out of control as he was driving there before. This is Walsh.
One-on-one here. Now come up with a high screen to roll. Switch.
The screen was there, the roll wasn't. Basitovic stops in. Oh, long rebound comes out to Oswald. Walsh again for three. This time no good. And finally the rebound for Hrypa.
And Olympia looks tired. They're shooting the basketball. They are not in rhythm right now. And that's not a good sign.
12-point difference. which is 15. Victor Hrypa.
The pass, wide open. You got to come out and guard him. They don't. He fires. 3.
And Slokar has been giving him way too much room, and sure enough, 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter, as CSKA Moscow easily in control now, up by 15.
Yeah, they are in control. They have really dominated this ball game right from about the 10-minute mark in that first quarter, where they really took a commanding lead.
And it gets cut by a couple as Gasper Vidmar goes inside, scores, and he's fouled.
Nice little individual post move by Vidmar that time. Going to his right, little spin move, gets the defender on his hip, and then goes up strong, gets the foul, and now goes to the foul line.
Andrei Voronцевич commits a foul.
Yeah, he let Vidmar just get too good a position. And once the offensive player establishes that low post position with his size, he's just going to go right up. There's not much you can do but foul him.
Zoran Planic, who didn't play a lot in the third quarter, is back in the game now. Trajan Lэngdon takes the seat. Ponkrashov back outside. Hrypa, no good. Rebound, and it is fought for and won by Kurbanov. Another offensive rebound for the Russians.
Yeah, Kermanoff done a nice little job here coming in. Hasn't played a lot of minutes, but it's been a nice little contribution. Hit a couple of dunks, gives a couple of rebounds.
Ponkrashov.
He's been a factor.
Up, he went and he's fouled. And that was Gasper Vidmar.
Yeah, Ponkrashov likes to use his left hand. He, of course, is left-handed, and with size, if he can get into that lane, a little running hook shot, he's going to take it.
Yeah, Brandon Jennings now with the Milwaukee Bucks played a year here.
Absolutely.
And played in Italy. But it seemed like he couldn't get adjusted, didn't get a ton of minutes, yet he comes back to the NBA and he credits that a great improvement in his game was what he learned in Europe, and he's just blowing up the NBA right now.
Well, he's a smart kid. You know, he's only 18 years old when he comes to Europe here. He doesn't play a lot of minutes, but works hard and he learns. I mean, first of all, he's got tremendous quickness, okay?
Yes.
I mean, he just blows by guys, and he's got a lot of talent. And when we saw him a year ago, I said for an 18-year-old kid, his ability to run the screen and roll and his maturity was well beyond his age. And he has now taken his game, which a lot of it he learned here in Europe, in the EuroLeague here, and now he's moved it over to the NBA. And of course, the NBA is a little bit more free-flowing, a little bit out, a lot more fast breaks. And this kid from inline to inline is as fast as anybody. I mean, with the ball. I mean, he is, I think, exceptional. I thought he would be terrific. I thought he would go higher than the 10th pick where Milwaukee was able to take him. But I think that if he continues to develop and certainly listens to his coaches, and he's got a very good one in Scott Skiles there in Milwaukee, he's got a chance to be a star in the NBA.
Matt Walsh at the line after being fouled by Zoran Planic. But the thing was that with him, as Planic gets a rebound off the very rare Matt Walsh miss, that's the first free throw that he misses. The fact that he didn't play a lot, but yet he sat, he learned when he was given opportunities, he did what he was told, and then he brought back just a wealth of knowledge that he was able to acquire here and take it back to the NBA, and it's just made him so much more of a complete player.
Well, again, he was 18 years old. He's playing against men. I mean, you know, he's playing with guys with a lot more experience, and he did, you know, he did very well. Didn't play a lot of minutes. You're absolutely right, but I think he learned a great deal.
Šишkauskas with a beautiful runner off glass for 18 points now. Inside, and the foul. Nice play by Gasper Vidmar.
Boy, he just went right around Hrypa. Hrypa's played a lot of minutes. I don't know, maybe he's getting a little bit tired right now, but I think Hrypa, who certainly has a reputation to be a much better defender. 2 weeks ago when I saw him play against Roma, Toure went right around him with using his quickness. And this time, was it Vidmar? Excuse me, it was, Vidmar. He did the same thing. He got into the post position there, got good position, takes one dribble with a little initial quickness to his right hand. Goes right around Hrяпа.
And it's just strange because Hrяпа is...
Yeah, he's
in the top 10 in the category of block shots. He basically averages a block shot a game. Well, 76 blocks in 75 games coming in.
But he's a solid player. I mean, he's a complete player. Made great contributions last year on this CSKA team. And like I said, he's playing a lot of minutes tonight here. And maybe he's just a little bit tired. But that time defensively, he was nowhere to be found.
Meanwhile, Walsh cuts towards the basket, and Nikita Kermanoff grabs him by the jersey to slow him down to avoid the easy two, and now he's got to go earn it on the line. First foul for Kermanoff in the game, and now he goes and he takes the seat after basically a very positive contribution throughout the game.
Yeah, he had not played a lot, but again, he came off the bench here in the second half and made a nice little contribution, and that's what you want from your reserve.
Walsh has missed 2 free throws in a row, 10 out of 12 after being perfect for 10. And now he finally gets off the schneid. 10-point difference, 2:48 to go. Unless something unusual happens, it looks like CSKA has this one in the bag because they really haven't been able to get too much closer. Of course, that's not going to help. For 3, in and out. Yeah. Rebound.
It's too early to stop for threes. You got a lot of time. You could have had a 2-point there. You had numbers on the break, and I don't like that decision that time by Osbo. Now he loses the basketball.
Lэngdon has it. And now Planinis decides to slow it down. 2:15 to go here in the fourth quarter. Lэngdon.
So CSKA's going to use all it can on the clock, you would think, at this point. They got a nice little lead. Couple minutes to go in the ball game.
Pass inside, and it's stolen by Walsh. As the pass by Hrяпа didn't work. Walsh going to the basket, loses the ball, recovers. Passes to Vidmar, and he misses.
Olympia trying to pick up their defense here. A little bit more pressure. I do not like the offensive sequence that time by Walsh and then by Vidmar. Right now, whoever gets the ball for Olympia looks to go one-on-one.
Lэngdon misses a 3. Rebound by Bopsic. And they foul him.
They foul him or tie it up?
Well, let me see. No, it was tied up, and the arrow belonged to Olympia. And we have a timeout.
Are you ready?
Don't forget that our next broadcast will be Friday, November 27th, when one of the greats, Panathinaikos, meet the UA Baskets Oldenburg. Check your local listings as we go to the Group D, Friday, November 27th, here on ESPN.
And that will be the first time we've been able to see Panathinaikos this year. I'm looking forward to them. They, of course, are one of the powerhouses in Euro over the last few years. In fact, won it a couple of years ago. Was it 2 or 3 years ago? Anyway, they always
they're always in the Final Four.
Yeah, and they have a good roster coming back, and so I'm anxious to see them play.
And they have a great rivalry with fellow Greek team Olympiakos.
That's correct. Yeah, Olympiakos, which we've had a couple of times. Another very, very good team, and so both of those teams from Greece will be eyeing the Final Four.
Planinis commits the foul. Bopsic to the line. And he hits the first.
Yeah, for a big guy, this guy can shoot the basketball. He's done a very good job tonight. He's got a nice release at 6'11". Can come out, face the basket. Missed the free throw, but he's been impressive.
It's a young team. They're going to get better. Obviously, this year in Euro, it doesn't look like they're going to be able to qualify for the final 16 as they've yet to win a game. Oh, nice play by Planinis attacking the basket.
Yeah, Planinis did a nice job there, settling things down, using his experience at the point guard position, clear things out, and then take the defender one-on-one to the basket, going to the right hand.
Yeah, their losses have not been blowout losses. They've been very close, but it's a team that's growing and they're going to get better. And it's a very young team, nobody over 30.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and you know, they're in a very tough group. This Group C has got a lot of good teams. You got Roma, you got CSKA, you've got former Tau Ceramica team, Caja Laboral. And those are three really top teams.
And don't forget about Maccabi.
And then you got Maccabi. Yeah, so this is a very tough group.
And as you see both teams play it out hard at the end, even though the game seems to be decided, we have to remember that total points and point difference are key stats. That just isn't for numbers. And that could decide if you wind up going to a playoff match or not, if you wind up in the final 16 or you don't.
You're absolutely right. And in particular, I think it's important for CSKA, because CSKA right now is not, again, he said earlier tonight, the number of times that they're not the team that they've been in the past. So they, in the past, they may have dominated this group. They're not going to do that this year. And right now they're 1-2. It looks like they're going to win tonight, so they'll go 2-2. But so if you're around 500, that point differential could mean a spot or two in the final standings.
And that's a huge problem, because Caja Laboral's 2-1, but they're -1. Marusi BC is 1-2, and they're -7, and so they're in 5th place because they're 1-2 -21, and then obviously they've cut 10 off here, and we'll see if more. They wind up losing the ball. That's Planinik with 9 seconds to go. Walsh loses the ball. Here comes Längdon. Can he score before the whistle?
Yeah, he's going to hold.
He's decided not to.
Yeah,
why would he do that?
Yeah, he's going to hold it up. I mean, he's had a great night tonight. Finished with, I believe, like 19 points. Moves into 10th place all time in Euro scoring.
79-69, the final score. CSKA Moscow now goes to